Right, right. Here we go. Composure, composure. Right. Hi everyone. How are we? I've just got my voice back, and it's awesome. I hate this club. I do hate it. I do hate them. I hate them very much, but I love them at the same time. Anyway, wow. What we all thinking about that? What we? Right. Let's be composed here. One thing I want to say, and this is shout. Honestly, I'd have said this if we lost. I was saying this to myself at halftime. Shout out to Norwich, because they have a clear style, they have a clear identity, and they made that game, and we were up for it as well in the second half. End to end exciting football like we used to do when we played Bielsa in the Premier League when teams come at us. I love to see that, and they were unfortunate on the wrong end of it today, and they just didn't have the quality for the last 20 minutes. They kind of dropped off. But yeah, that's a good game of football, that is, and it's unfortunate for them. It is. But anyway, on to Leeds. That first half, people, was not good enough in terms of intensity, aggression, off the ball was not right. It was not right. Didn't take our chances, and we were punished for that. Off the ball, I don't know what happened. We were just so passive in terms of look, they're a good side and they will find gaps, but we were nowhere near them. And as a team with the ambitions we have to deal with that. You can accept if a team pulls you apart once or twice. When it's happened on every attack, 3 or 4 passes, and they're in at your back line, you have to question if you've got that right. And I think the players just didn't bring the intensity they needed in that first half to compete with Norwich. And I actually think we give them too much respect, and we were really, really safe in the way we played. And at 0-0, we seem to go into a game at times expecting that, I was speaking to Andrea in the chat, expecting that our talent is enough. When in reality, teams are talented too. Whether you think you're good enough or not, there's other teams that want to beat you. They want this. We can't go in there with a mentality that we've got enough here, regardless. No. You have to work hard. You have to be smart with it. You have to be aggressive. And then your talent shines, which we saw in the second half. When we up that in intensity, suddenly the talent on the pitch is explosive, it's quick, it's direct, it's confident. And that's what intensity brings to a football game. You have to have intensity. You have to have hype. You have to have aggression. It's vital. You can't just swan through a game. You'll lose it. Look who you are. You'll lose the game. And that showed in the first half. And they were clinical, and they've got quality players, and they showed it. Set piece again, we've been let down by that. Big guy, don't know who we're marking. I think it was Perot. Then it changed to Archie Gray. We got that one wrong. That wasn't good enough. Weren't good enough. And I thought individually, I'm seeing people talk about certain individuals as Archie Gray looked tired. I don't know if he looked tired. I just think it's a tough game. You're in a tough environment. Maybe he was, potentially. Don't know. Ask him. We won't know until we ask him. I'll look at the running stats later when they're up. But I think individually, every single person was not at the level they could have been, apart from maybe Chris Somerville. I still think tried in that first half without the end product. But what did we see in that second? We saw that player that we all know he can be. The player that we thought would, he's had all the bits where he runs at defenders, takes them on, he's untouchable on the ball. You can't get near him most of the time. They just can't. And this end product. And now we'll get on to the second half, because forget the first. In football, it's about reaction a lot of the time. You start off bad, and you will analyse that, and you will see, right, why did we start off bad? What are the reasons for that? And they'll do all that. That'll be all sorted. But then you ask yourself, do we have the heart, the desire, the passion, and the patience to get back into these games? And my God, we did. My God, we did. We did that. And look, all it came from was aggression. It came from being direct, being aggressive, being quick with the ball, attacking with purpose and intent. And James uses his pace. And look, and James was very frustrating in that first half. Very frustrating. Just the aggression to run forward quick with the ball and just get the ball into a dangerous area and ask questions of the goalkeeper and the defenders and the communication. We get a goal from it. And that is the spark you need in a game sometimes. When you can sense that your opponents are sitting back deeper and they're not being as aggressive and they're leaving gaps, you become more confident. And Daniel James in the second half, when he moved to the left side, actually, for me, I think he looked a lot better, a lot more comfortable on that side, nearly scored. on the right, he was slow, it frustrated me. But I talk about any individual. But anyway, what happened? We made the changes, we got the goal, and together they provided what was an excellent last 25 minutes. Norwich had about 5 minutes of that where they got back on top, a few corners, they were forward with us. Then they made the subs as well to try and freshen it up, but then we made ours. For me, our subs were extremely effective in just stretching the play and lifting that intensity. And we'll talk about Chris Somerville, because for me, Crescencio Somerville was absolutely outstanding today. He tried in the first half, but only him and Jorginho were the ones that really wanted it to be aggressive and forward thinking and trying things. Everyone else was too passive. And in the second half, everyone got up to his level. I actually think the way when we brought the subs on, when we changed it, we slightly adapted the shape. Obviously, we brought Dan James to the left, but he was that left back position. He was the furthest back, but he actually ran that line really well and was an extra option all time, and stretched it, which gives Anthony space when he came on, and Portmanteau as well did well to stretch the play and just maintain the ball at times. And Bamford came on, and that for me helped in terms of allowing Perot to get on the ball in more areas, because there was more to think about for them up top. Then we kind of had a single pivot in there with Ampadu. So it shows we can adapt, and there is different sides to our game which we are developing when we can change the formation, we can change the personnel in certain areas. And I know people are frustrated with Daniel Farke and the lack of subs he makes at times, but and look, the start of the game was the reason why we were 2-0 down, but the reaction from the team when we had that sniff of intensity and when we were more aggressive and we kind of just went for it at 2-0, we looked so much more dangerous and direct, and there was so much areas on the pitch where we exploited Norwich. And Crescencio Somerville was the epitome of a player that's too good for this level. That's the player we knew he was, in a way. He brought it. And there's the end product. There it is. That is what he can do. He did it for a small period in the Premier League last year. And then him just taking the mantle of the team and just hitting it at the goal. Then 4 chances we had in the first half. Big chances. 2 of them were big chances. All off target. Shocking. Get it on target. Make the keeper work. And we did that. And Crescencio Somerville, for me, was absolutely sublime in that second half. The intensity he brought to the match. Jorginho Rutter trying his best in the first. It came off, and then second half, growing into the game. Some good passes between him, Somerville, Bamford as well. So communication there was brilliant. Growing into the game again. Ampadu getting more into the game in that single pivot, a little less responsibility. You know, we brought an extra attacker on, which meant we had more threat going forward, and it really showed just more space. And the reaction and the mentality of the team to come back from that is excellent, and it's what you need. And in a way, it's a different type of statement to dominate a team for 90 minutes. But it's showing teams that, look, when we are down, we're not out, because we have quality that can scare anyone. And I said this all week. We have the players that can do what they want in this league when they're on it. And Cree showed that today. And for me, in that second half, the reaction Cree had was probably one of the best performances of the season. I'll be honest. You'll find out in the player ratings, but look, aren't allowed to go 2-0 down. That's not good enough. Teams that have good quality, you know, like Southampton's and Norwich, we seem to struggle away from home to contain the kind of excitement around the match that they bring to it. We struggle with that, the intensity of it. We need to be up from the edge, from the start. And we showed when we lift the intensity 2 or 3 notches, we're a much dangerous side. Yes, we might leave more gaps at the back, but again, that's about the balance, isn't it? We scored 3 goals in that second half and won the match. And my voice is gone, and we all feel amazing. Balance. Too passive, and then we got aggressive. Let's be consistent with that through the 90 minutes. Kind of like we did against Watford. Bided our time. Became aggressive in certain moments we needed to. And we got it right in the end. And that today was performance of a team now who's won 3 games in a row. We're on a run now. The winning mentality now is starting to seep in, because we've shown, look, a gritty 1-0 win against Ipswich. Different type of win against, Bristol. End-to-end win against Ipswich. QPR. Different wins. We're gathering now, and we've just come back from a 2-goal deficit against a good team in Norwich. We'll be up there, by the way. But I think we should be. That's a winning mentality. You're finding a way to win. Because in football, not everything's going to be right. Every game, it isn't. It just isn't. You're not going to play amazing for 90 minutes. How do you win in those moments? Leicester have done it. Ipswich have done it. They found ways to win every game. They've not always been sparkling. They found ways to win. And we found that. We found a way to win today. We didn't manage it against Southampton. We weren't quite aggressive or clinical enough in those moments. But today, with the personnel we had on the bench and the energy we brought on, we found a way to win against a good team. And I am beyond buzzing. I've got no energy and I feel like I could pass out any second. But that is what we needed. Now we've got 2 big games coming up. Take that aggression in that second half, that intensity that we brought. Let's be aggressive and beat these other 2 teams and put a statement to Ipswich and Leicester that we're here and we will win no matter what. I'm absolutely buzzing. There's of course there's concerns, but look, there's gonna be. We have to figure out ways to get rid of that slow start or that kind of lethargic, kind of expectant start we have to certain games where we don't live up to the intensity that the other team brings, and we have to be up for that. We have to, because we can't start all these games on the back foot on a 2-goal deficit, because we just won't win every game 3-2. Well, who knows, but yeah, buzzing. No energy, but buzzing. And my weekend will be happy now. And your guys will be as well. And that's all that matters to us. We're happy. We won a game and we won it in the exciting way. And what a game of football it was, to be fair. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll stop when my voice runs out. Appreciate all the support. I'll get back to the comments on this one. So I've got Sunday, so I can sit on Sunday and go through them. I promise. I've been wildly busy. I've got to do work now. I've got no day off now. Work all weekend. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the performances.